The Budget and Finance Committee departmental budget hearings, the second day of hearings will begin. First, I'd like to go over a few reminders as we go through these hearings. Members of the Budget and Finance Committee will be recognized first. We ask that you contain your questions to matters of a budgetary nature during your time and not operational. Worksheets would be available from Elise if you need those. Also, as we go through, if you have a wish list item, please speak up and make a note of that. And with that, we will begin with our first hearing. We have with us Judge Binkley of the Fifth Circuit Court. Judge Binkley, welcome. I would ask you please to introduce those that are with you today.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Joe Binkley, Jr. To my left is Criminal Court Judge Seth Norman, thank you. Criminal Court Judge Seth Norman to my left. Judge Norman heads the Community Corrections Program, the drug court programs, and as you all know, Judge Norman's accomplishments are incredible. They're known nationwide for being have wonderful programs. The recidivism rate for drug court graduates in Davidson County was last fiscal year 16%, which is significantly below the national average, which is 58% recidivism for drug-related offenders. And to my right is our trial court administrator, Tim Townsend, and we have several judges in the back, chancellors, and thank you all for being here also.
Thank you, Judge Binkley. And I need to ask you, are you satisfied with the budget that has been presented by the mayor?
Are you under oath? No. Is he under oath? I'm paying attention.
That word "satisfied" is loaded, but it's very doable. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Councilmember Tigard.
Thank you. Just one quick question. You all had a significant increase in internal service fees, primarily in the area of fleet. What are we driving more, or tell me what the increase in that is?
I'm going to defer to Mr. Townsend on that one because he keeps track of that. I apologize. I don't know the answer.
The microphone in front of you probably can be turned on.
Councilmember Tigard, the increase in the internal services fee was allowed, and I really do not know exactly what pushed it up. We didn't have more. We didn't add any fleet, so I don't know if the daily rate changed. So I would have to ask.
Same number of vehicles, same number of miles, nothing there. So it's just.
Right.
I'll go visit Ms. Lomax, wake her up back there.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. You all may go ahead and begin with your overview or your presentation on your budget.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, first of all, we really appreciate all the assistance and guidance we've gotten from Mayor Dean over the past several difficult budget cycles. Also, Mr. Rich Riebling and his staff, Talia Lomax, O'Neill, and Kathy King, been great assistance to us, very open for discussions and conversations, particularly with our trial court administrator, Tim Townsend. And we continue to do, the trial courts, 18 of us continue to do business in an efficient manner. The 20th Judicial District has been and continues to be one of the busiest judicial districts in our state. Last year, our 18 courts disposed of over 22,000 cases, and our top priority is to continue to keep cases moving through the system as quickly as we can do that. We're presently analyzing the caseload of all 18 courts to assure that our judicial resources are aligned with the needs of the public. We've seen a number of criminal and domestic cases increase over the past few years, while the number of civil cases has slightly declined. As a result of this caseload review that we're doing, we're considering moving cases such as DUIs from the criminal courts to circuit courts. Judge Phil Smith, is our Fourth Circuit Court domestic relations judge, is spearheading that program, and he's about got it in its final form. He was telling me today of the changes that have been discussed, and with the various judges who are going to help make these changes, and we'll be implementing those soon. And we expect to accomplish this without asking for any additional resources. Now there will be some impact to the DA's office, the public defender's office, sheriff's office, and the criminal court clerk's office, but it'll be minimal. And we've discussed those potential impacts with these changes that we're talking about with these agencies: DA's office, public defender's office, sheriff's office, criminal court clerk, and we feel certain we're going to be able to handle this without any problem whatsoever. And I've already told you about Judge Norman. I got him here to answer any questions. In fact, I'd really like for him to make a presentation about the work that he has done with community corrections, in particular the drug court program, which again is nationwide known as the best in the country for accomplishing results. And the results basically is saving of taxpayers' money. People are not going to jail under this program unless Judge Norman finds they're just not doing what they're supposed to do. And he's got to convince these folks that have substance abuse problems that they're much better off in his program than they are at the Metro Jail. So that's why one of the reasons he's doing such a great job. We are expected to collect approximately 15% more money, about $40,000 in supervision and drug testing fees over last fiscal year. In this, we've gotten $77,000 in grants from the state's administrative office of the courts for interpreter services, which is becoming more and more of a need for all of our courts. Video conferencing, which allows the court-appointed attorneys for criminal offenders to video conference with their clients to whom they've been appointed to represent, rather than having to get in their vehicles and travel across the state many times, which would be required absent the video conferencing that's been put into place, and that is saving the state a lot of money. Travel time is being saved by this video conferencing, and we've got money from the state administrative office of the courts for some courtroom technology. We have operated within our budget mandates all these years that we've had cuts. We want to cooperate and be supportive of your leadership to present a balanced budget, and we'll do what we need to do to take this reduction. It'll be personnel costs and operating expenses. We don't know exactly what that will be yet. It's a $43,100 item that we have to find, but we will do that and do whatever's necessary to work within our budget. And thank you all very much. That concludes my remarks, and I'd really like for Judge Norman to tell us a little bit about his program, more so than what I've already said. Judge Norman.
Well, I don't know what Judge Binkley wants me to say, ladies and gentlemen, but
Brag.
no, I won't do that. I tell you what, when it comes down to drug court, I've got the greatest job in the world, because I've got a staff that does all the work and I get all the credit. So it's really a great job as far as I'm concerned. But seated in the back of the courtroom is my program director, Janet Hobson, and Janet Hobson is the person that keeps all the balls in at the drug court. I don't do that; she does. She's been with me a long, long time. As a matter of fact, we also over the community corrections program, and she came from the community corrections program over to the drug court. Our latest statistics, and I did not do these were done professionally, show that with 5 years of records that we have tracked for 5 years, right now the drug court is saving the taxpayers $27,000 per individual that we run through the drug court. And you say, well, how does that help the city of Nashville? It's like Judge Binkley says, those people who are fortunate enough to finish the program are not being rearrested. They're not cluttering up the jail, and they're not causing the police officers to make all those arrests of those individuals they had to make before. So I think that it probably, I know that Chief Anderson is very, well, we work well together with the police department. There's no question about that. You can imagine that many years ago when we started, the police department thought that this was just another soft program for people who were involved in criminal activity, but I think they're found differently now. Now they don't have to arrest all those people, so it works out very well.
Thank you, Judge Norman. Anybody have any questions of Judge Norman or comments?
We do have a question here in the queue. Councilmember Moore.
Thank you all, gentlemen, for being here. I appreciate it. I just have two questions. One, on this handout here that you gave us, it says that also receive state salary subsidy. Is that already in the absorbed cost? The paper that we got, it just has the salary, and I was just wondering, is that the whole total there? Like, it says, like, I'm just looking at one, it says page 35, like deputy criminal court clerk said, also receive state salary subsidy. Is that the whole total cost right there?
No, the state salary supplement is not added into that amount. And those range anywhere from $7,000 to $20,000.
Added on to the already existing total?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then on this same sheet on the back of page 36, it talks about the bonuses. The Davidson County Community Corrections Program has made a request to the Tennessee Department of Correction to pay bonuses of $102,800. Could you explain that one for me, please, as well?
Yes, this Davidson County Community Corrections Program, it's funded through a grant by the Tennessee Department of Correction. And salaries are set up for 24 individuals who work in that department. The grant allows, at the end of the year, if there are savings in the salaries and benefits, that the grantee, which would be us, may request to use this money as one-time bonuses for these employees. These employees, if you take out the two managers, average about $31,000 a year, and they have to have a college degree, and their range of time served is new hires to 16 years. So it's something that we're always excited to be able to ask for. So we hope that it will come through.
Ms. Townsend, if you could explain how savings can occur. That may be part of that question.
Unfilled positions, someone quits, vacant positions, and we don't hire them for a couple of months, then there's some savings there. And all of this bonus money would not be any general appropriation dollars from Metro. It will be funded through the grant.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And we have the right to ask for the bonuses. It doesn't mean we get them, even if we have extra money.
Well, I need to add that that's the available amount of money. We don't expect $102,000. And I think I misstated that. That's the available amount of money they can look at to give us bonuses for those employees.
Councilmember Johnson.
Thank you, Chair Harmon, and both judges and Administrator, is it Townsend? Okay. I first want to commend you all on the work that you do. The drug court has done a tremendous job in Southeast Davidson County in helping us with many of our cleanup efforts and community service efforts. So we do not take the work of what you do lightly. We appreciate the tremendous amount of work that you do with the people who are within that program. And so I would like to commend you on your efforts in making that successful. The question I have is on your budget breakdown of minority employees and women. Is there any way that I could get, I know many of the other departments broke down the same information, but they placed next to the position a category of which ones were women and which ones were minority. So I would like to ask if you could break that down and show which of these positions are minorities and women. Thank you.
And as you can note, the state trial court has 41 minority employees based on race, which represents 27% of the total staff of 152 employees. And based on gender, the state trial court employs 76 women, which represents 50% of the total staff of 152 employees. So I think we're doing pretty well on diversity.
All right, gentlemen, seeing no other council members in the queue, this concludes your budget hearing. Thank you very much for appearing and make your presentation today.
Thank you, sir.